Good evening. It's 7 o'clock, and we are being recorded by CTSB this evening, and you'll understand why I'm making that announcement in a few minutes. And I'd like to open the Select Board meeting for August 4th, 2025. I'm calling the meeting to order, and our first item of action on the agenda is an approval of an incredibly long list of meeting minutes.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes from April 1st, 2025, May 19th, 2025, 2 sets, May 27th, 2025, June 2nd, 2025, 2 sets, June 12th, 2025, June 16th, 2025, June 18th, 2025, June 26th, 2025, July 1st, 2025, July 7th, 2025, July 8th, 2025, July 16th, 2025, 2 sets, July 21st, 2025, 2 sets, and July 23rd, 2025 with Finance Committee.
And I will second that because April 1st you probably need to recuse yourself from.
Yep.
So should we do all of them except April 1st?
We can do that.
Does that make sense? All in favor?
Aye.
I'll make a motion that we move the April 1st, 2025 minutes to approval.
And I will second that.
All in favor? Aye. Pardon?
Jill is still alive.
I know. She's had a busy week. And then for the next time somebody says that government people don't meet, it looks like we actually do. But our next item of action on the agenda is a discussion regarding the farmers market event on August 8th. And we have an invitation for the Select Board to attend. This is a Sheffield farmers market, and I think Julie is going to give us a little bit of information about it.
Hi there. Good evening. Pleasure to be here representing Sheffield Farmers Market. And as Lee said, I sent an email with an invitation. I can actually hold this up so that CTSB has it. Commissioner Ashley Randall will be visiting Sheffield Farmers Market this coming Friday at 3:15 p.m. We are in National Farmers Market Week, starting this week, right? Starting today. And as a celebration, Berkshire Grown is organizing a Berkshire Farm Tour for the commissioner and her team, and their last stop on their visit in Berkshire County is at the Sheffield Farmers Market. And the market itself is very grateful to MDR, Mass Department of Agricultural Resources, because in the last 2 years, we've secured 2 different grants totaling almost $25,000 that have helped us upgrade our tents and our infrastructure and pay for extra advertising. And this year we worked on strategic planning and other pieces of the puzzle for invigorating the market overall. So we figure that's probably a reason why they thought they should visit our market, but we wanted to also extend the invitation to the Select Board and make the public aware, because it's not often that we get commissioners of any level or any department in Sheffield, so we wanted the Select Board to especially be invited, and if you feel so inclined to stop by, we know the visit will not be lengthy, probably half an hour is a long time, but she wants to make a few remarks, visit with some of the vendors and the customers and just see what we're doing. But if anyone in the farm community and otherwise would like a commissioner's ear, we would be grateful to have you join us.
Thank you, Julie. I'm hoping to attend.
I'm hoping also to be there, but I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, no, the farmers can't guarantee anything. We do know that. But we'd love to see you if you can come by for a few minutes. That would be great.
Thank you very much, and thank you for keeping the farmers market going in all of the ways that you guys do regularly anyway.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. Item number 4 is a review of an open meeting law complaint that was filed by Alabama resident Patrick Higgins for our July 21st meeting. Apparently, there are some rules that we did not follow, one of which is announcing that we're being recorded. And we will do that from now on. I mean, part of what we have to do with this open law meeting complaint is look at it and then respond to it and show that we're taking appropriate action and file a response to the Attorney General. The second component of it is that our agendas have not always included the people that we're appointing on it by name. Typically, when we've been doing the beginning of the year agenda, there's quite a few appointments, so I think we thought that the agenda would be 4 pages long, probably, had we included them. But we will now, from now on, always make sure that we include names on the appointment. And in working with our council, we've asked our council to come and give us an open meeting sort of refresher course, hopefully in September sometime.
For all boards and commissions, not just the select board.
I think that's about, we don't need to approve?
So you have the response in front of you that was drafted by town council. You do need to approve
Okay.
that if you're all satisfied with what he's covered.
I'll make a motion to send this response to the Attorney General from our town council.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all very much. And we'll send out some notice when we have the KP law thing set up to all of the committees, right? All right. Item number 5 is discussion possible action regarding development of zoning bylaw to opt out of cannabis social consumption. The CCC is adapting some of their rules and regulations, and some of this includes social consumption, which is a confusing term in some ways, but it's about where marijuana can be consumed. Is that the best way to put it? And what we would like to do, our town has limited where it could be in our current bylaws, and this happens out of our planning committee, or zoning.
It would be the planning board.
That's right,
So
about planning
you want
board.
to ask the planning board, when the final decision comes down on the new regulations, that the planning board take a look at that and make sure that our bylaws align with what they have set as their new regulations. So we'll keep the planning board updated on that as that happens. Right now, it's just in the comment phase.
But should we have a possible, we should act this evening to make that movement forward to them, right?
I think if you're going to make an action tonight, it would be that you want to keep with limiting the social consumption of marijuana going forward.
And should we draft a letter to the Cannabis Control Commission stating
That's
that?
up to you if you want to add a comment that you want to do that. They're accepting them.
I would make a motion that we, as a select board, draft a letter in response to the Cannabis Control Commission that we would prefer to keep the cannabis consumption limited.
Second.
Great. Any discussion? I think we're all in concurrence on this. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Number 4 is approval of the order of taking for the layout of County Road Bridge Replacement Project. Do you want to walk us
I
through
will.
that?
So what you have in front of you is the plan that was approved at town meeting, and the board has to approve the taking. Now, this is not anything to do with the easements from the property owners. We don't have those appraisals done yet. They will be working on them for the month of August. And once we have them, we'll bring that forward and be in contact with the property owners. This is the board approving the layout now that it stands and everything's ready to go by Mass DOT.
Technically, there's not a whole lot of change to the bridge structure itself. We're only putting a deck on it, so
Correct.
this should be minimal.
Does anyone have any comments or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the order of the taking for the layout of the County Road Bridge Replacement Project.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 7 is appointment announcements. These are now listed individually. For the Cultural Council, we have 2 appointment announcements, Melissa Larkin and Patricia Owen. And then for the Zoning Board of Appeals, Renee Wood and Nadine Hauer. Do we need to do each of these individually then?
No, you can do them together. But
Okay.
this is an actual appointment.
Right. So we have 3 appointment announcements, or appointments rather. The Zoning Board of Appeals, Renee Wood and Nadine Hauer. Zoning Board of Appeals alternate member, Robert Kilmer. And Fire Chief David Ulrich, and Commission on Disabilities, Gail Mullen. I will make a motion that we appoint all 4 of those, or all 5 of those people to their defined positions.
Second.
Well, are you going to recuse yourself in this? Would you need to?
Well, I think I should.
Okay. All in favor? Aye. Abstentions?
Aye.
All right. So far, it looks like we're back on track with open meeting law. Item number 9 is an update regarding early payoff of the fire truck lease. Rhonda came forward to us with the idea that we have some funds sitting that we could possibly pay off the current fire truck lease and save some money. Maybe you want to tell people a little bit about it.
Sure. So at the town meeting, voters approved the last lease payment for the most recently purchased fire truck. And that payment approved was $106,972. If we pay it off early by the end of August, we'll be able to save $3,122.81. The board has already approved making the early payment. This is just an update for residents on the savings.
All right. And next we have a 1-day alcohol permit from Stephen Phillips. He's requesting a 1-day alcohol license for college graduation party at the Sheffield Town Park from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on August 31st. Did we get the liquor?
Approval should be pending
Okay.
receipt of the liquor
All right.
liability insurance.
Well, I'll make a motion that we approve Stephen Phillips' 1-day alcohol permit for August 31st, pending insurance.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, on item number 11 is discussion action regarding a request for building permit refund for 384 Lime Kiln Road. And the reason this is coming in front of everyone is that this refund would cross over from one year to another. Part of it comes out of the fact that we had a turnover in our building inspector. So this was sitting on a desk and hadn't necessarily been dealt with in a timely fashion in this previous fiscal year. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about this?
Yeah, I thought I would come on behalf of this applicant, actually. So yeah, on June 18th, the applicant or the contractor wrote in the
Can you identify yourself?
Oh, sorry, Sam Smith, 465 Silver Street, the appointed building inspector. So yeah, on June 18th, in the permitized system, there was an email message sent. Says, "Good morning, Paul. I just want to let you know that the Nortons have decided to cancel this project and wish to cancel the building permit. I'm not sure if there's any possibility of a refund. I thought that I would ask Rob." So the refund was requested in last fiscal year, but due to the transition between the last building inspector and myself, this message was not seen until the fiscal year had changed. The permit was originally for $2,064. Per hour policy, we keep $50 as kind of a fee. So the amount of $2,014 is basically what they would be entitled to get back. I think due to the circumstances that it is warranted, but it needs to go before you since it does cross the fiscal years and your policy says that it can't do that, but I think, thank you.
Any discussion?
No.
I'll make a motion that we refund the sum of $2,064 given.
2014.
14.
Oh, excuse me, I read the wrong amount. Okay, the $2,014 for the building permit.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item number 12 is just a relatively quick announcement, for the most part, an update on the town administrator position. As people may know, that we had a recent cycle of interviews and we made a determination that we were going to go back out again. We didn't find a candidate that we could come to any agreement on, but we've had some good news in that process, in that in working with our current town administrator, we've begun to set up a contract that she would work with us through July 1st of next year. We're never letting her leave, is what it comes down to. But we felt that this was a good answer that gives us some time to look at a strategy to bring somebody in that we feel can meet the needs of the town. And also, it's a pretty hectic time in town right now with the town garage going through a process and a number of other pieces of legislation or litigation that we're sort of closing up on. So I think that it probably will allow us a smoother transition. So I think that's about all that I have to say.
Basically covers it.
All right. Do we have any board member items?
I have nothing.
Nope.
No. The only one I have is apparently there's an air alert out, and I guess people should probably pay attention. There's a lot of particulate matter, I guess, coming from Canada, and so people with health issues may want to be paying attention to weather reports. And town administrator items?
I do, I have 3 actually. We received an email today from BRTA that says on a rotating basis, BRTA has a seat for a disabled commuter representative to serve on their advisory board. And Sheffield is the next town in line to fill this seat. So we're putting an appeal out for anyone in the community who is a disabled rider or they have to be mobility impaired, have a family member who's mobility impaired, or a caretaker of someone who's mobility impaired and who would wish to serve on the BRTA to please get in touch with our office. Okay. The other thing that came in today was the FY26 alternate delegate to the Berkshire Regional Planning Commission. So I know Lee served on it last year, and we have to nominate and send in someone who's willing to serve on that. There was a suggestion that Patrick do it, but I don't know if you want to have some time to think about that and put it on your next agenda.
Yeah, just a little bit more time on that would be good.
And the last thing is the usual reminder for transfer station. It's coming up on August 15th next week. That's when the price will increase. So everyone should try to come in this week if you haven't already done so. That's all I have.
And taxes too, right?
They were doing the
They were due the
first.
first, yeah.
Really?
I am late. I need to set up, you can set up auto pay. All right, any public comments? Pat?
Pat Lee, 261 East Main Street. Following up, thank you on that remark about the Canadian pollution, so to speak. There are masks in the library available for people if they feel they need them. I'm not sure if town hall has any at this point. If not, I can give them some.
I'll check.
Did you need something?
I'll check and I'll send you.
And I'm probably the senior center gets them as well. If they don't, they should go for Charles meetings as well. I wanted to bring another matter just to alert you and see if there's a way we can collaborate on this. The Southern Berkshire Regional Emergency Planning Committee, which I attend monthly, which has participation from the Massachusetts Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, put together last spring a wonderful disaster preparedness exercise that was extremely helpful in getting people to understand the collaboration and cooperation that's needed in order to effectively respond to a community disaster. Their example for that one happened to be a huge snowstorm. It was a fascinating exercise. It started at 8 in the morning and went until 11, but it was worth every bit of it. I talked to Chief Munson, I talked to Chief Ulrich, to the head of the highway department, whose name I always forget, and I apologize for that. All of whom are interested in collaborating on this and working together to participate in this kind of an exercise. It would involve more than just those 3 people by far, multiple people from town hall with responsibilities. Public health, disabilities, just the wide range, bringing everybody together and making sure it's organized should something happen. So I'd like to know, I'm going to ask that this be put on the agenda of the board, but I wonder if there's any advice on kind of information you might need in order to be able to make a judgment on whether Sheffield would want this exercise to happen.
I think that you were probably, to my mind, fairly thorough. I know Chief Munson has weighed in that he's excited about doing this, and I think it sounds like a nice exercise because, as we all know, learning how to work together can sometimes take some time. And I think if there's any parameters that we would need to know, but I can't imagine if there's anything that you haven't brought up, Pat. But thank you for bringing this forward, and we will put it on an agenda.
Yeah, and I can, in the meantime, see if I can nail down a date and a disaster. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else? All right, if there isn't anyone else, we have a plan to move into executive session to discuss strategy with respect to litigation. An open meeting might have a detrimental effect on this, and so we're going to close this meeting publicly and go into a executive session around national prescription opiate litigation. Thank you all for being here, and I believe that's all I need to say, other than we need to move into a vote as a roll call.
Bob Kilmer, aye.
Patrick Silk, aye.
Lee Butala, aye.